Fight fans, EJ Boxing Live here with a very special guest. We're going to be talking about obviously different things on my channel. So we're talking about Egyptology and obviously talking about related to black people and all things to do with just learning about ourselves and spiritual stuff. So I got with me the person to website unveiling the blueprint to paradise, and we're going to be talking to obviously I ain't got the picture up, sorry, my bad. I'm talking to the person right now. Yeah, his name's going to be Blueprint, about his website and also his clothing line and things. How you doing, bro?
Doing great, wonderful. How you doing?
I'm full one thing. I need to get the picture up as we're speaking. So how did you go about starting? Actually, I've got the picture up, but it's not showing actually. Let me try again. Yeah, how did you go about getting into this and going about thinking that it was a niche in the market that you need to work on?
Well, about, let's say, 3 or 4 years ago, after studying the ancient world and ancient knowledge, came up with the idea, or I saw there would, in the future, a few years' time, there would be a market for, some of these clothes, hats, t-shirts, and things of that nature, where people would like to have them and wear. So
yeah, man. I mean, it's really good. As on the screen for you guys watching, you have the picture of the with the cat with the ankh, and we have obviously the chains, and what's this? Is that? I think that's the Eye of Horus. Is that Eye of Horus or Ra? Which one is that?
It's the Eye of Horus.
Horus. Yeah. So all right. So
yeah, there you go. I see it. It's up on the screen.
yeah, you can see it on the screen now. All right. So we're there now. We got the value. These caps are really good. So hey, for the people listening who don't know anything about anything that Egyptology, explain to them what the ankh is. And the
ankh is an ancient symbol which comes from Egypt, and it symbolizes eternal life in the form of the divine family, like man and woman and child. And that's represented in the symbol. Top half of the symbol, the circular portion of the symbol, represents the womb for the woman, and just directly below that, that's the masculine principle. The two lines that go in the middle represent the children. So it's like a continuation of the family. Never always everlasting life in the human form. That's what that symbol is.
Okay. So the people, so we say that if someone was wearing it, yeah, I mean, obviously, it represents, obviously, to do with Egypt, but what would it represent to them wearing it, and how would it, because some people wear different charms and that. It's when they wearing it or make them feel what kind of way or whatever, just to know they know about it, and you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. When they're wearing it,
yeah.
Go on.
I mean, it's a connection to the ancient world and the ancient knowledge.
Yeah,
what it represents universally. So it will bring them closer to the truth, which will make them feel more empowered, knowing that they're wearing a symbol which connects them back to the truth and universal knowledge. So it's more of a symbol, I think, that they would wear just so they could connect back to that reality, rather than being a reality which doesn't really have that in mind. Like say for instance, like the cross, Christian cross you. It's basically like the root of the ankh.
Yeah, because the Christian, between the Christian cross and cross, most people get they're the same. They're separate things, they kind
of modeled the cross of this. They remove feminine principle from the ankh, so you just have two masculine principles in the Christian cross. The woman's been removed from the symbol of God. And that is a destructive formula to actually have in society. When you remove the feminine principle, then you can only have chaos. There can never be any balance. That's another thing that represents balance, eternal life, complete balance between the masculine and
yeah. I was gonna say, Richard, see your speaker. I think, is it my speaker? I think I'm one picking. Is it me?
principle, and you can only
You
have
speaking?
chaos.
1 minute. See if it's my speaker.
That's another thing that balance, eternal life
Because my speaker sometimes goes in the fritz. 1 second.
between the masculine. I hear myself.
Yeah, I know. I'm listening to myself. I was gonna say, Richard,
Playing it back.
yeah, I know. It's actually because I said the YouTube one's a couple of seconds delay. It's like, see when you're speaking with your speaker, it's kind of going in and out. I don't know, like, so, yeah, because it's like when you're speaking. But if you can kind of keep close to the speaker or whatever, so you can,
All right.
yeah,
How about this? Is that better?
yeah, that sounds much better because it's like I can hear what you're saying, and then it's kind of dips in and that's all right. We've got a couple of people in the chat. We've got Ricardo P, Seeking Hispania. We got normal guy, Rob Gatty. EJ, how you doing, fan? Eternal. It was the first people ever. Yeah, they are, man. Hey, you guys in the chat, yeah. Hopefully more you come over. Like, keep putting the comments in, and try and address them in terms of questions. All right. So see the eye. So you got the other one now. So you got the uncle, the other one. The other one's the eye of Horus. Was it eye of Horus? What does that represent? Yeah. What does that represent to the people?
That's a universal symbol which represents knowledge. It's the inner wisdom of the human race. And it goes quite deep, the actual symbol, on the surface of it, just based on you trying to acquire knowledge of yourself, trying to gain the knowledge that was once on the earth or within humanity that was once known. So that symbol has been brought back into the fold so we can return to that state of being. And when knowing that, I thought it would be good just have those images on some of the clothing, as well as the jewelry.
Yeah, absolutely, on the jewelry and the clothing line. And so it's doing quite well in terms of sales because a lot of people, even myself, are really interested in all the Egypt stuff and that, and learning about just basically learning about the Asian world and stuff like, especially in relation to African people. A lot of people may feel that when they think of Egypt, it's not in Africa, it is in Africa. And just on that, like, can you talk a bit about how there's a misconception between Africa and some people don't even know that Egypt's in Africa, and basically the impact of African people in Egypt?
Yeah, Egypt was, you could call it the empire of Africa in the ancient world. It was the main portal for the whole continent. It was this the most spiritual place on the planet. So everybody came to Egypt to gain wisdom and knowledge. Now, you know, I guess when they started, I don't know, maybe in the 18th, 19th century, they wanted to disassociate Egypt from Africa and make it seem as if it's part of the Middle East to basically, well, as I say, disassociate the knowledge and the wealth of information that Egypt possessed. They wanted to, in a way, you know, I think for myself, they went to hide the information. And want the information to get out because they knew exactly what it may lead to, and that would be people waking up and the ancient world connecting back to that. So it's kind of purposely been done to have people believe that Egypt is not Africa, but it absolutely is in Africa. And as I said, it was the empire of ancient world and the most spiritual place on the planet.
Yeah.
All of religions, all other religions and other civilizations came to Egypt to learn about this wisdom and knowledge. And then they went back to where they came from and tried to spread it
Yeah, and see, I was watching something today, and they were talking about trying to make out like the 25th dynasty. That even in over there in Cairo in the museums, they've wiped it all out of the 25th, because that's I think they were talking about the people from Kush, which is
Yes, they were. Yeah, Nubia. Yeah.
Yeah, they completely eradicated that because they dominated the 25th dynasty. But when I was Dr. Henry Clark and Dr. Henry Clark and Dr. Ben, they were saying nah, there was all of them before the point of before Alexander the Great intervention, that all of the pharaohs, they were all black already. It was just that the Nubia or Kush was just like a cousin. Talk on that a bit.
Yeah, that's true. They were cousins. They were seen as a family. A lot of the 18th and 19th dynasty, they were from Nubia also. Queen Tai, which is King Tut's grandmother, she's from Nubia. Yeah. So the rest of those guys pertaining to that particular family. The 25th dynasty, those guys, of course, and down. And then I think around the 31st dynasty is where it all, goes haywire. And that's where the Greeks and the Romans and so forth take over. Prior to that, they kind of call them a family. Yeah. They intermingled with one another from the people of Nubia, also Sudan as well. There's like could call it kind of a trinity. It's Egypt, Sudan, and Nubia. There were kings and from each region that would sit on the throne, and it was kind of like a shared empire.
Yeah, and European intervention was more. I think it was aggressive intervention was from Alexander the Great, and you're saying about Cleopatra. She was I think Persian, and that's why her skin she was pretty light, but they're still African.
Yeah, I think she was mixed. I think her mom was Egypt and her father was I can't remember. I think no, Greek. It was Greek.
Yeah. What? See, King Ptolemy. Let's talk. That's the first one they discovered intact. The young boy. Was he obviously like African? But why they why is it in their interest? Go on.
You said Ptolemy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. King Ptolemy.
Yeah, but he's not African. Ptolemy's not African.
Is he not African?
No, he's from Greek. He's Greek.
Oh, that's why they talk about him so much. But his features are still.
Yeah. Say that again.
That's why they really put they make it out like this. That's why you ever see them, and if they always talk about King Ptolemy. Really, I didn't know he was an African.
They would emphasize more on the
European
ones that they prove Europe. Yeah, there's no shadow of doubt that they are that. So it's the same thing I was saying before about them trying to disassociate Egypt with Africa. They kind of it's like a clouded mystery to who those people were. When you get to the 31st dynasty, then it's clear, these people were Caucasian-looking people, and they have no problem identifying those. We're still under that same illusion they're trying to portray on ancient Egypt.
See. So King Ptolemy was Greek, and then how many? And then other ones. So when did it change between the African rulers? Was it just after the 25th dynasty where all the invaders started coming?
It really took shape on the 31st dynasty. If you go back and look at that, you'll see that's when there were other periods where the throne was taken by the Persians and other people from that region, but they completely eradicated the African from the throne on the 31st dynasty, and then a couple of dynasties after that it collapsed. They couldn't maintain it in the way it was kept for the prior 3,000 years, even though it was that. But the document case that they have brought now, it's just 3,000 year reign, but we know it's not.
Yeah. Right,
So they had maybe the last 200 years
Mm.
of it, and then they just let it go.
let's talk about evolution then. Evolution in terms of on the Bible compared to the Egypt. So with the Bible, they're saying that we came out of air into the clay and breathed air into man, and with man he took a rib out and made woman. What is in terms of Egyptology? What are they saying? How man came into existence in Egypt? How what's the parallel between the two?
Well, there's a story of Canaan where he created, but this is all symbolic
Okay.
when you look at image. But most people take from that story that he created man, kind of similar to that story you just mentioned. They created man they used the symbol of a potter's wheel, some kind of wheel that they created man from, and that's how we came in. Now, like I say, that's symbolic, so you can't really take it for what it is on face value. It's much more deep science.
Okay.
So
what
it takes it.
Go ahead.
That would take another time, another discussion.
Yeah. All right. No, that's all right. That's all right. That's what I was going to say. So the 40. What about the? Was talking about the negative 42 confessions. That was taken from Egypt to make to make the 10 commandments. That's what a lot of people talk about. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Yeah, this is very true. At least I think I've heard lots of people say between 6 and 7 of that 10 commandments come directly out of negative confession.
Yeah. Okay.
You can see that. You can read over them. Yeah, so they kind of played like that from those confession, as they call it.
Okay. Another question I was gonna ask. All right, let's talk about more about the website and stuff like that. So, which countries have you broke into, intending to break into? What's your new merchandise you have online? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put on the screen. I'm gonna put a picture of your book, unveiling the blueprint, the blueprint to paradise. So yeah, talk to people about what areas you're looking to break into and any new products you have on coming up.
Okay, good question. Well, I'm trying to break into as many countries as possible. Recently, I've been shipping to some European countries, which is good. Sweden, Switzerland, Africa, obviously, clients in Africa, Congo, and other countries there. The UK, get good response from the UK. There's a country I've never even heard of until the other day. They don't even know how to pronounce it. I think it's kind of near Suriname, somewhere around the where else? Just from all over, really, all over. As I presume, the more and more people are awakening to knowledge, but it will spread in terms of the cells of general around the world. Even Australia, even has from Australia,
oh man,
Thailand,
that going right. It's just going wild, man. It's like obviously. So you see the people, the number one people buying it. Would you say dominant African people more interested, or just everyone?
You mean around the world? Most people are buying it here in America. I would have to say that most people buying it outside of here would be Africa. Yeah. I'd have to say that. Yeah, absolutely.
You can obviously African people most likely, because like I was trying to say before, I don't think a lot of African or people from that persuasion actually knew that they were in, because it's been betrayed that black people had no part in Egypt.
Yes. Yeah. That's what's been. That's the story that's been told.
Yeah.
But I look at it like this: the people who have it within them or have the memory of it within their DNA, they have. They've been waiting for this all their life. So when it when it popped up, as it hasn't been now recently, something triggers within them. They remember the symbol, even if they're not aware of what the symbols mean. Something is drawing them toward this type of, images that they see. It's triggering something in their mind. And then they go further and study deeper in that direction, and then they want to discover more and more about who they truly are. These images awaken process. Yeah.
So I can see I've got another thing. So Unveiling the Blueprint to Paradise. That I've got your books. How many books you've written? A few books on this, yeah.
Yeah, 2 at the moment. I've got a few more in the works. I'm going to try and do another one. Yeah. The first one is about our African, let's say, identity, reclaiming that, and trying to understand how to do that. The second book, which is Unveiling the Paradise. The first one is called Back to Divinity. The second one, as I say, Unveiling the Paradise, is based on the hidden mysteries about the human body and power that lies within the human body. And
that sounds really interesting. What kind of, give us little preview? What kind of hidden powers?
Oh, it's a deep subject, but there are systems that have been encoded into the human body that are waiting to be activated. This is the knowledge of the ancient world. It was known in Egypt and amongst certain few individuals. Not everybody. It wasn't the common knowledge. Yeah. It was mostly priests and people who were actually seeking that type of
what kind of knowledge will it do? What make people levitate? What control over people's minds? What kind of what kind of
well, first and foremost, it's just empowering. Before you get to all of that, what do you call that? Out of this world stuff. Basically, just the first and foremost thing, the person who's looking for that information, so they connect to a higher reality, which is spoken of in many of the different scriptures and religion. See, a lot of the religious texts are speaking about hidden power, but they kind of, they kind of twisted it. So it seems that that power is not available to all human beings. And actually, they twisted teachings and they put forth these type of Messiah figures who can only have power. And really, it was put there for everybody's experience.
Yeah, and
so the book put into that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it sounds really good, man. I'm putting another one of the hats up, man. One of these hats, and you guys need to check out one of these hats it's got available, man. The merchandise is from. I'm gonna put the link of the website in the chat of the video for you guys. Mr. Doc, we got with Mr. Doc and some of you guys. I know you got some questions. Rob Gully, you got some questions thus far. I've got a really, really good question that I've always been dying to ask, with the pyramids. Yeah, how were they built? Yes. How were they built? I understand they were obviously the resting place of the pharaohs. Yeah, but if
but they weren't the resting.
No,
the resting place of the pharaohs.
Okay, I'm wrong.
That's another form of misinformation.
There you go. Correct me. Yeah, correct me. Yeah.
Keep off track so you never get to the real juice. Yeah. No, they weren't. They kind of. How can I put this? Now finish your question before.
No. I mean, yeah, that was it. I'm thinking because most people, majority, want to know about that, and because they're trying to make out like with Egyptian, it's like they have like special powers and stuff. I mean, they're like aliens and stuff like that. Rather than admitting that African people of descent, obviously Egypt and Africa made them. I was trying to say like So how were they made, and what were they made? What were they made for? Like, you was gonna elaborate on that a bit.
Right. Yes. Yes. They were made by the priesthood, like the people who were functioning at a much higher rate than regular human beings. Like I mentioned earlier about the hidden power. The people who made those monumental pyramids were vibrating at a much higher rate than what we see now. And that hidden power I mentioned earlier, they had that activated within their body. So things that seem impossible were not there because they had that power, and they had tapped into the source. So they could move things without touching things. They had that kind of power.
Whoa!
Telekinesis. Like, see, there's a word for telekinesis.
Yeah, telekinesis. Yeah.
They had tapped into all these other senses that are available to human beings.
Yeah.
And they would do it as a collective, and it was too much power to move objects and things from that, which they still cannot do now with machines and devices. So they had tapped into that, and they were able to. There's a whole lot more to it. That's another subject. That's another.
That's all right. I got your.
That required a lot of deep.
That's all right. I got your website up on the screen. You know, this is the homepage of Blueprint to Paradise, and you see the hats, see the Ankh. You got the books here. That's that belt buckle. Is that a belt buckle? I think there's a belt buckle. It is a belt buckle. This is a cool one as well.
Yeah, there's a belt. Yeah, there's a belt buckle on one of the pages, on the accessory page.
Yeah, on the accessory page. I was looking at the t-shirt and stuff like. Let me go back to the t-shirts, right? Because I was looking at the t-shirt. And I was looking. He had two of the what are they called? I know they're not monsters, you know. They got I think it's not the Anubis. Where's it called? I can't even bring it back. It's the Nubis and the other. They're fighting.
Well, on the t-shirt.
Yeah, they like cross. It's like they're guarding something. What are they guarding?
Yeah, isn't that t-shirt right there?
Yeah.
The yellow one.
Yeah.
Talking about that, right?
Yeah, this one there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Horus and Anubis. Eru and Anpu. What they guard? I can't even remember. Hold on.
That's all right, man.
Look at the t-shirt.
That's all right. No, these are really cool t-shirts.
Oh, right. They're guardian of the house of the Ankh, which is the front Ankh, and
oh yeah, because the Ankh behind you. See, I know that. Yeah, the house of the Ankh. Okay. And that's
they kind of guard.
That's the Eye of Ra. That's the Eye of Ra, isn't it? That's the Eye of Ra on the top, yeah.
Yeah. That's the Eye of Ra.
So what's the sun? What's the sun? What's the sun above? What's that signify? What's that sun? Above the Eye of Ra.
That's the sun in the sky. That just represents the light that beams down from the sun. But it's in reference to this symbolic. Remember, this is symbolic. So there's a much deeper meaning. So it's not just the basic sun rays.
Yeah.
That is the plants to grow. In reference to this, it would be a more. See, the sun releases light in different dimensions.
Yeah.
If you can understand what I'm saying. It's like, for instance, there'll be some light that is intended for the growing of plants. And there'll be a higher light, which is more divine, more refined, which is for other purposes.
Yeah.
Other spiritual purposes, you put it like that.
Okay.
That's when you see it on here, that's what they're symbolizing. They're symbolizing the higher spectrum of light in regards to the light. Not just the mundane light. So,
yeah. Boy, man, you can speak up, you can read the writing. They call it it's not called hieroglyphics. That's the European term. I think there's another term.
Right. There's another term for it called the Medunetia.
Yeah, the Medunetia and the Rosetta Stone. What's the significance of the Rosetta Stone? Cause I went to the British Museum and everyone was on the Rosetta Stone, man. Like,
wow.
Because
the Rosetta Stone has supposedly 4 different languages. on the Rosetta Stone, and they all say the same thing. So from that stone, they kind of say that they have been able to decipher some of these images based on that.
Okay.
Since the message is written in Portuguese language, I think it's in Latin.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it's definitely not in Latin. No, let me take that back. It's in Greek, and it's in Egyptian, Demotic, which was a form of the hieroglyphics. It wasn't the hieroglyphics. It was like a step down so it could be understood.
Yeah.
It's more of a trade language, but I think that's on there. And there's one other language.
All on that stone, they got it in England. They got it in the British Museum. What is it? Is it in Egypt? Yeah, I went there. Yeah, I went to the British Museum. It's not too far from Tottenham Court Road, and you know, I've got the picture. Actually, I got a picture of your jewelry up in there. It's really good. You guys, you said, listen, this is some stuff here. Yeah, they everyone was around the Rosetta Stone. As soon as you walk in, I was like, wow, like everyone was really on it. And like you said, there's a big debate going on in the conscious community about whether it's been decisive or not. Obviously, Seti and young Pharaoh, they believe that it hasn't been deciphered. And then obviously you got the Armand squad. They're saying it has been, and they were going to prove it. That debate never happened, but what's your take on it?
Yeah, it's kind of a two-headed spear with that, because one, if it hasn't been deciphered, then you know, everything we know about Egypt is wrong there.
Mm.
It's like, how could you decipher it? It's wrong. So that's one argument. The other one is, if it has maybe some of it has been deciphered. I think maybe I think the demotic and the hieratic, which are different forms of the measure, they're like step downs. I think those have been deciphered, and maybe some of the symbols of the Medu Neter have been deciphered also. It's been fully deciphered. I think it's pushing it a bit, because I believe that this language, I'm starting to believe that this language, you can't even speak this language. It's not even a language that can be spoken.
Do you reckon it's the language that people speak in their heads or something like that? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I think it's more of a telepathic language. It's a language that communicates. It's not a verbal language, and that's why it's in symbol.
Mm.
Now, you get to the other language, the step-down versions of that language, those can be spoken. But that right there is a sacred language. It's divine. And if you know anything about the human brain, anything that's symbol doesn't really have a word. It's more of a frequency, vibration, more than actually speak.
Yeah, because you know what I'm trying to say, yeah? Ever since I've gotten into this, right? My whole understanding of the world is complete. I can realize there's been a lot of pleasurizing from around the world. They're basically building of what we have now in terms of civilizations and everything from what they've learned in Egypt. That's where everyone's learning it from. I mean, everything that most people are getting it now, they're learning from there. You're talking about religion, Christianity, Muslim, and all the other religions they've all learned from Kush and over in Egypt, man. Would you agree with that? And that just everything civilization.
Yes, absolutely. I would agree with that. Yes, they all draw there. Like I said, at one point, Egypt was the spiritual, like, let's say, spiritual Mecca.
Mm.
He used that word, or it was the source of knowledge for the whole entire ancient world. So everybody had to come there to learn from the master at the time. If it was to do with economics, just anything basically. How to read the stars, how to grow the crops, how to have a successful civilization. They had to go there and you teach us. We can take it back home. We can build our own. So yeah, everybody took it from there. But what the Bible did in those texts was they demonized them. And I think they did that to, again, hide the power that was in Egypt, and also to, bring humanity down a few notches so they could be controlled.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of the religious texts, all of that, all come from all of.
I agree. Yeah.
They have twisted it to match their own ideas.
Yeah, I'm looking at the sisters in the dashikis, and you all Dana's got the dresses here. It's fabulous, man. Absolute dress. I like the tops, man. Everything. Boy, I mean, boy, hood. And all the, is this all all the Egypt colors, or just African colors, or what would you the colors?
Oh no, those are the African colors, basically.
African colors. Yeah.
Some said one of your
guys in the chat, Mr. Doc, yeah.
Yeah, the guys in the chat asked the question.
Yeah.
I see. And didn't first example of electricity come from Egypt? Well, yes, it did, most definitely. They had electricity in Egypt also.
That's Mr.
In fact, I don't know if you heard of Tesla, Nikola Tesla, brilliant scientist. After visiting Egypt, while he was there, it's like a light bulb came on in his mind, and he said, "Wow, I think I figured it out." He was looking around, or I think he may have understood some of the symbolism. And then when he went home, he really kind of cracked the idea of how to have wireless electricity.
Whoa!
Came up with that idea, but I think he was around in the 90s. I don't, I may be incorrect, but I think around 60s or no, maybe in the 20s or the 1920s, 1940, somewhere around that time.
Yeah.
He came up with that idea, and he was his main competition, I think, was Edison, another guy, and they kind of stole his idea from him. So he never really got credit for that. He came up with that wireless technology, which he learned from me, because they had wireless technology there.
Okay, yeah, that's Mr. Doc. Mr. Doc, keep coming with questions. You guys keep coming with questions. This is gonna be the first of many. But hey, Mr. Blueprint, man, this is marvelous, man. This is really good.
I like it.
Hey, listen, Mr. Blue, I'm telling you, man, I'm learning so much as well. We might have to do another one again fairly soon, obviously. And this is the website, people. It's on the screen. I'm gonna put the link straight in the chat right now as we speak. And we're gonna get to part two of this. We're going to keep coming, because knowledge is key for everything, and learning, having awareness of things in the world, and especially on my channel I talk about boxing, but we're going to try and bring other things in. And Mr. Blueprint, like we're learning about Egypt and learning about things and things that people aren't aware of. So you guys, I hope you enjoy. We've got Mr. Dot. You're going to say something? You got Mr. Dot coming up.
Mr. Dot, something. They're absolutely correct on that. They did shut him down, and they stole his ideas. Once again, at that point, it wanted to control the input of advanced technology to humanity. And wireless technology back then was just too advanced. You see, we're just getting it now. So yeah, they shut him down.
Yep. So there you go. Yeah, well there you go. We're gonna shut it down now for now. But you guys, yeah, like I said, the website is in the link. Mr. Blueprint will be coming back soon, very soon as well. All right, and make sure you buy the merchandise. You support the channel, support Mr. Blueprint. I'm unveiling Blueprint to Paradise, and we're gonna catch you back with some more questions. Hopefully, leave the question in the chat for the next one, and then we'll catch up. But Mr. Blueprint, I thank you for coming over, man, and yeah, man, I look forward to another one. You want to say anything to the people listening?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. EJ, for having me on the line. I look forward to doing many, many more shows. And also, like you said, just hit us with the questions, and we'll try and answer as many as possible.
No problem, man. All right.
And don't forget, do go to the site, check out the site. The book I do recommend that everyone read is Unveiling the Blueprint to Paradise. There's high-powered information in that book that you will learn something from, guaranteed. and a whole lot more.
Absolutely.
And yeah, check out the site. Check out. We're going to be adding some music video, push this thing forward to the next level.
Man, and that's what it's about, man. All right, man. All right, fight fans. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.